7 Men's Stories Exciting Entertainment.
Ghost Towns, the 5 most fascinating abandoned places in the world. Imagine walking through a city where not a single soul can be found. The streets are empty, the buildings are crumbling, and the silence is deafening. In these ghost towns, time seems to have stopped, while an invisible veil of the past hangs heavy over the abandoned structures. The air is thick with untold stories and secrets locked within the walls. Welcome to the captivating world of ghost towns. These deserted places are not just relics of bygone eras, they are also poignant reminders of human history and the fates intertwined with it. Today we're taking you on a journey to explore 5 of the most fascinating ghost towns around the world. Each of them has a story to tell, and some of these tales are so incredible they sound like something out of a movie. 1. Pripyat, Ukraine, the city, frozen in time. Pripyat is perhaps the most famous ghost town in the world. Located in the shadow of the catastrophic nuclear disaster of Chernobyl in the year 1986, Pripyat was evacuated within hours of the explosion of reactor number 4. This city was once home to nearly 50,000 people, mostly workers of the Chernobyl power plant and their families. Today, Pripyat's high-rise buildings stand empty, their windows shattered, and nature has begun to reclaim the land. Playgrounds where children once laughed are overgrown with grass and trees. In the abandoned apartments, toys and personal belongings are still strewn about, evidence of a hasty departure. The silence is haunting, broken only by the rustling of leaves and the occasional call of a bird. Pripyat has become a symbol of the power and danger of nuclear technology, a silent reminder of the risks that come with it. 2. Kolmanskop, Namibia, the city swallowed by sand. In the early 1910s, Kolmanskop was a thriving diamond town in the Namib Desert of Namibia. German settlers who built the town brought the glamour and luxury of European culture with them. Kolmanskop even had a theatre, a school, and a bowling alley, but after the First World War, the diamond deposits dwindled and the town was slowly abandoned. Today, Kolmanskop is a tourist attraction where time appears to have stood still. The houses are half buried in desert sand, windows and doors have been shattered by the winds of the Namib. The elegant villas and facilities are now filled with sand dunes. The sand flows like water through the abandoned rooms, giving the town a ghostly appearance. It is a place where nature has taken control and almost erased the traces of human activity. 3. Hashima, Japan. The abandoned island of darkness. Known as Battleship Island due to its shape, Hashima was once a bustling coal mining settlement off the coast of Nagasaki. In the 1950s, over 5,000 people lived on this tiny island, making it one of the most densely populated places on Earth. But as coal reserves dwindled in the 1970s, the island was swiftly abandoned. Today, concrete apartment blocks stand empty and crumbling. Windows and doors are broken, and the buildings are overgrown with moss and plants. Hashima looks like an abandoned fortress surrounded by rough seas. It is a stark contrast to the modern technology and urban development of Japan. While the island is now accessible to tourists, it remains an eerie symbol of the transience of human ambition and the relentless power of nature. 4. Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA, the town. Above the eternal fire. Centralia is a ghost town with a grim and unique story. Since the year 1962, an underground coal fire has been burning beneath the town, which has never been extinguished. Toxic gases and the risk of sinkholes forced most residents to flee, and today only a handful of people remain. Centralia looks like a typical small town in the United States, but the ground beneath it is hot, and smoke rises from cracks in the streets. Signs warn of unstable ground, and many buildings have collapsed or been demolished. The abandoned highway, now turned into an open-air canvas by graffiti artists, is a popular spot for curious visitors. Centralia is a reminder of how a single human decision can have catastrophic, long-lasting consequences. 5. Oradour-sur-Glane, France, a village. Frozen in time. Oradour-sur-Glane is not just a ghost town, it is also a memorial. In June of 1944, the village was almost completely destroyed by the German SS, and nearly all of its inhabitants were massacred. After the war, the French government decided to preserve the village as a ruin to remember the atrocities of the Second World War. Today you can walk through the streets of Oradour-sur-Glane and see the crumbling houses, burnt-out cars, and the ruins of the church where many villagers lost their lives. The village is a silent witness to history, a place that reminds us of the horrors of war and the importance of remembrance. It is a place where time has stood still and the walls whisper of the past's sorrows. These 5 ghost towns are more than just abandoned places. They are silent witnesses to human history, tragedy, decay, and the unstoppable reclaiming power of nature. They remind us that even the greatest human achievements are transient and that time eventually catches up with everything. If you ever get the chance to visit one of these ghost towns, you will feel the quiet, haunting call of the past. It's a call that urges us to remember and learn from history.
Feel free to follow this channel to avoid missing any new content. Disclaimer: the images are AI generated and are for illustration purposes. The stories on this channel are researched to the best of our knowledge.